Let me tell you a story, my child. It happened right here in Lagos, many moons ago, when I was still a young girl helping my mother at her stall in Market. It's a story that will make your mouth open like a calabash left under the sun. It all started with a girl named Amarachi, a sweet and beautiful girl with skin like fresh palm oil and eyes that sparkled like river water. She lived with her mother, Amarachi, in a small room behind the market. They were poor, but they were happy. Amarachi helped her mother sell vegetables every day after school. Everyone in the market loved her because she was kind, respectful, and always smiling. But one day, everything changed. A big black jeep parked near the market. A man stepped out. His clothes were simple, an old brown shirt, slippers, and a faded cap. But something about him was strange. He went from stall to stall, buying things and speaking softly, like someone with secrets in his pockets. When he got to Amarachi's store, he stood still. He looked at Amarachi and said, "This one. I want to marry her." "Huh!" Everyone shouted. Amarachi looked like she would faint. The man didn't even know her name. But Amarachi, tired of suffering and hoping for a better life, said she would think about it. That night, Amarachi cried. She didn't want to marry a stranger. He looked poor, and he never smiled. But her mother begged her, "My daughter, do this for us. I am tired of sleeping with an empty stomach." Amarachi agreed. But not because she wanted to. She agreed because she loved her mother too much to say no. The wedding was simple. No music, no dancing, just a few family members and one bowl of jollof rice. After the wedding, the man, who said his name was Chuka, took Amarachi away to a tiny mud house on the outskirts of the village. There was no bed, no light, and the roof leaked when it rained. He gave her a cooking pot, a small stove, and said, "This is all we have." But something was strange about that pot. One day, as Amarachi was about to cook yam porridge, she heard a voice. "Don't cry, Amarachi. Your eyes are not meant for tears." She dropped the spoon and screamed. The voice was coming from inside the pot. Who is talking?" she stammered. "It is me, the pot," the voice said gently. "I have seen many things. I know your husband is hiding something." Amarachi couldn't believe her ears. A talking pot. From that day on, the pot became her friend. Every night, when her husband snored like a broken generator, the pot would whisper secrets to her. "Your husband is not poor," it told her. "He is a rich man, the son of a chief from far away. He is only pretending. Watch what happens tomorrow." Amarachi didn't know whether to believe the pot or not. But the next day, she followed Chuka secretly. He didn't go to the farm like he said. No. He went into a big house with tall gates. The guard opened it like he knew him very well. Amarachi stood far away, hiding behind a tree, watching her so-called poor husband enter a mansion with air conditioner humming like a bee. Her heart beat fast. When he came back home that night, Amarachi pretended to be asleep. But in her heart, she knew something big was coming. And just like the pot said, something big did happen. "But my child, let me drink some water and rest more. The story is not yet finished. The pot still has more to say, and what it revealed next shocked the whole of Market. Oh, where did I stop? Yes, Amarachi had just followed her husband Chuka and found out he was not poor at all. That night, as Chuka snored like thunder beside her, Amarachi sat beside the pot, shaking. Her heart was dancing like batter drum. She whispered, "Talking pot, are you still there?" The pot replied in a calm, low voice, "Yes, I am here, my daughter. Now do you believe me?" Amarachi nodded slowly, still shocked. Why is he pretending to be poor? Why did he lie to me? The pot paused. Then it said something that made Amarachi's eyes grow wide like a full moon. "Because your marriage was a test. A test? Amarachi whispered. Yes, said the pot. Chuka's father is Chief Obika, the richest man in 3 villages. But the chief is old and sick. Before he dies, he wants to be sure that Chuka does not marry a woman who loves only money. So Chuka agreed to live like a poor man to find a wife who has a clean heart. Amarachi couldn't believe it. So, I'm part of some kind of game. The pot replied softly, yes. But there is more. Amarachi leaned closer. More. The pot said, there's a woman, a jealous woman. She doesn't want Chuka to marry you. She's watching you. And she's ready to destroy your marriage by any means. Amarachi gasped. Who is she? The pot went quiet. Then it said, look inside the pot tomorrow when you're alone. You will see her face. Now Amarachi couldn't sleep. Her eyes remained open until morning. The next day, as soon as Chuka left the house, Amarachi tiptoed to the pot. Her hands were shaking. Slowly, she lifted the lid and peeped inside. At first, she saw only smoke. Then the smoke cleared, and what she saw inside made her scream. It was the face of a woman Amarachi knew very well. It was Chuka's cousin, Awele. Awele had always been cold to Amarachi since the wedding. She never smiled. She never helped. And now, her face was floating in the pot like a ghost. Suddenly, the pot shook. Do not scream, it warned. Listen carefully. Awele is planning to tell the chief a lie. She wants to say you are a witch. If the chief believes her, you will be chased away. Or worse. Amarachi fell to her knees. What should I do? The pot replied, you must be wise. You must pretend you don't know anything. But at night, when you hear the dog bark 3 times, come and speak to me. We must stop her before it is too late. And that night, when the village dog howled 3 times, howl. Howl. Howl, Amarachi crept to the pot. But what the pot told her next would change everything. Even I, Mama Ojo, could not believe what happened after that night. Now listen well, my child, because this is where the story turns into fire. That night, when the village dog howled 3 times, howl. Howl. Howl, Amarachi crept out of bed and tiptoed to the pot. The wind outside was strong. The moon was hiding behind clouds. Everything felt strange. She knelt before the pot and whispered, I'm here. Please talk to me. The pot replied, good. Tonight, you will learn the full truth. Listen carefully. Then the pot showed her a vision, inside the smoke, like a dream made of fire and shadows. In the vision, Amarachi saw Awele standing in front of Chief Obika, pretending to cry. She's a witch. Awele was shouting. I saw her talking to a pot. She put something inside Chuka's food to control him. The old chief, weak and coughing, looked troubled. Are you sure of this? Awele nodded and knelt. Yes, Papa. Send her away before she kills us all. The pot said, this is what will happen tomorrow morning, unless we stop it. Amarachi was shaking. What can I do? They will never believe me. The pot replied, you must not defend yourself. Instead, let me speak. Let you speak? Amarachi asked. Yes. Bring the pot to the palace tomorrow. No matter what happens, place me before the chief and lift the lid. The next morning, just as the pot showed, guards came to their small house and dragged Amarachi to the palace. Chuka was there already, confused and quiet. The chief sat on his throne, weak but alert. Awele stood beside him, holding a white handkerchief and acting innocent. She is dangerous. Awele shouted. She brought a pot that speaks. She is using it to control Chuka's mind. The people started murmuring. Some were afraid. Others were just curious. Then, The chief turned to Amarachi. Do you have anything to say? Amarachi slowly stepped forward. She placed the pot gently before the chief. I don't know why this pot speaks to me, she said, her voice trembling. But it has never lied. If it is a sin to listen to a pot that tells the truth, then I am guilty. Then she lifted the lid. The room went silent. Smoke rose slowly, and inside the smoke, Awele's voice came out, exactly as she sounded in the vision the night before. She's a witch. I saw her talking to a pot. Gasps filled the room. Then the pot spoke in a deep voice, louder than thunder. This girl is innocent. Awele is the one who planned to destroy her. She wanted Chuka to marry her own younger sister instead. She is full of jealousy and lies. People screamed. Some ran out. Even the chief dropped his staff. But then something even more shocking happened. Chuka stepped forward. Everything is true, he said. I was pretending to be poor to find a woman who would love me, not my father's money. Amarachi stayed with me when she had every reason to run away. I am the one who does not deserve her. He turned to Amarachi and knelt before her. Please forgive me. The chief coughed, sat up straight, and said, My son, this girl has passed the test. And as for Awele, guards, take her away. And just like that, Awele was dragged out of the palace, still screaming. A few days later, Amarachi and Chuka had another wedding, this time, a real one. There was music, dancing, and food that did not finish. The chief gave Amarachi a gold wrapper and called her Ada of the land. Even the market women danced and sprayed powder on her face. As for the talking pot, it stopped talking after that day. Some say it was a spirit from the ancestors. Others say it was sent by God. But me, Mama Ojo, I still keep my ears sharp whenever I boil yam. You never know when your pot might decide to speak.